Hi, I'm Cynthia Day.
And I'm Maria Day.
And together we host a series called EmpowHER. And this is an opportunity for us to highlight and celebrate women in business and also in life. Maria and I own and operate a real estate brokerage right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth market in Texas. We are expanded out to Florida, which is so exciting.
And also soon to be global.
Coming to a city, a state, and a country near you. So today we're actually highlighting Miss Shannon Nacua, soon to be Ferris. And welcome to the show. And we chose to sit here with Shannon today because Shannon brings some powerful skills and natural gifts and abilities, especially in business, but really in relationships.
Oh, well, thank you. That's such a great introduction. I don't think, you're so kind to me. I don't think I could, any other introduction after that's never going to live up to that.
Shannon, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your story, and where you come from?
Oh, thanks.
We all want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know. So thank you. Yeah. My name is Shannon Nacua. I specialize in business strategy here. I've been a consultant for a long time. I've worked for companies like BP and American Express, Epsilon. I find so much joy in doing that. Now the next adventure is a insurance agency that is growing astronomically, to be completely honest. We're now in 9 states, including Florida, right?
Oh, yeah.
Home state of Florida, that's where I'm from, the Sunshine State. And also, putting that and then being able to take that, my strategic, skills, and being able to apply that to the insurance agency, it's really working out well. So I have my consulting and I have my insurance agency that I own with my fiance, right? Who's probably not, I gave him a little heart race this morning when we were getting ready for this.
Oh my gosh, we can't make this up.
I can't make this up, right? Only here. So I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, my engagement ring is gone. And all three of us, we panic. And so
we're literally on our bellies, looking around for
this
brilliant cut diamond ring.
Sticking our hands in there. She's got gloves on. Maria's digging through the garbage. She's it grounds. And all I'm thinking is, oh my gosh, I owe them a bottle of wine, a good bottle of wine too. None of that cheap stuff. Freaking out because I never take it off. And then I'm just sitting there and Cynthia's like, you're you own an insurance agency, you have an insured, right? And I was like, oh my God, yes. But still, the thought of losing it. So thank God we drank our own champagne. And I made sure it was insured first thing in the morning. So I'm calling him and I'm like, it's insured, right? He's like, yes, absolutely. So yes.
It's the first thing you guys did.
I know, you can't make it up.
That just shows how skillful she is in her business to be able to be a business strategist, right? And then owning a company with her fiance that is growing at rapid speed, and then having the foresight to have her engagement ring insured. So you're practicing. You're a living proof of what you practice. You preach what you practice what you preach.
That's a great point that you bring up, actually. So people think, oh, it's just insurance, we need it, but actually it's protecting your wealth and your assets. If you look at insurance that way, that's really important. And another great story I have is
please.
Yeah, so we
talking about protecting your assets.
Yeah. Always do that. Mm-hmm. We have a market that is really growing in the Metroplex, and I'm sure you guys feel that growth.
Oh no, we have no idea what you're talking about.
So as we go through and we're building relationships, which you guys are masters at also, one thing that I noticed, and as we're looking over policies, is a lot of folks, I'm like, okay, your policy is for $325,000, right? However, the cost to replace your house, because we have a growing market and the values are increasing is your insurance does not cover the home value. So if something happened to your home currently, you would not be able to build your home back again. People don't realize that. So it's really important that, and that's a true story that actually happened to a client of ours, right? So talking through, hey, your insurance agent should be going through, they absolutely should be saying, oh, hey, market is going, increasing. Like, I need to make sure my client's coverage is up to date. They're not just there for your, to sign you up in your renewals. So it's really important that people understand that.
Highlight, beacon, pay attention, folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Have an insurance agent, or recommend Renegade.
Absolutely.
That actually keeps their thumb on the pulse of what's happening in your markets.
Yeah, our customers are our livelihoods. We really put ourselves in the customer's shoes. Like, how would I feel about this? And then we talk them through all their options too. So it's not just about.
That's essential.
I did that, with you.
Yeah.
We sat down and we're like, hey, let's take a look at everything that you have. You have all this, and you have these specific assets. Like, have you thought about umbrella coverage to ensure, like,
many things that you brought to my attention that I asked for in previous insurance agents to, because that's not my wheelhouse. That's not my particular specialty. So, I was asking to be educated. I was asking to be informed. I was asking, what are my options and what's best for me? And no one could give me that sort of consultation except for you guys. And had the big bad wolf come and blown and torn my house down, I would have been SOL.
So just to let's backtrack just a pinch. For those who are not familiar with the term umbrella insurance, can you?
Yeah, so umbrella insurance is coverage that covers, and it's additional coverage. So you have your home, you have your car, you have your business, but as they all cover, additionally, it's additional coverage that covers all of your assets all together. So you can ensure that you're covered. So if you literally think about an umbrella, it covers another layer of coverage on top of all of your assets.
Okay, so let's say you said, okay, you have home in a box here, then you mentioned business. Now, whenever you're doing insurance in your field, is business a different, do you treat it as its own entity? If it's like an LLC or S Corp, is that a separate umbrella for that entity?
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks. So you have home, you have car, you have personal lines, right? So we talk about what we do. We do pretty much every insurance except for health insurance, but we have a great person for that. But we do commercial insurance, right? But then there's also, so we have commercial insurance that covers your business. And then we have, the insurance for the cars that go with your commercial, but then there's an umbrella that can go over that, right? Okay. So it's another layer. But yes, your personal and commercial, two different lines.
So it's as if you're holding two umbrellas. If you're a business owner, of course, and a homeowner. Yeah, okay,
nice.
Cool.
Absolutely. So it's been a very big learning curve for me, thank God. I feel like I'm quick on the uptake. My business partner and fiance, oh my gosh, the knowledge inside of his head is astronomical, and his attention to detail. And what we both agree on is just our customers absolutely come first.
Yeah.
And we had, another story that I think is really important too about the education of your policy and what you're getting. We have mutual friends, and I'm like, let's look at your policy. They have a 4-story home. The policy was only written to cover 2 stories. So had something happened to their home, right? And something happened to their home, they would have had to only been able to replace 2 stories of their home. So it's really important, those attention to details, and that you have an independent agent that can walk you through your coverage and is there for you to ask questions. We've even gone to people's homes and said, hey, this is what you need. We're there for you.
I have a question to ask you. So you talked about your friend who has a 4-story home. Now, do you service people who have a townhome or a condo? Are there specific entry points to have your service, or are you across the gamut?
We're across the gamut.
Okay.
And so one of the good things that is about Renegade Insurance is that we're in 9 states. We also have, I think we're up to 42 different carriers.
Wow.
Right? So we can do luxury $1 million homes, and then we can do, we do renters. We can do your insurance, your renter's insurance. We can do your single family home. We can do townhomes. We can do condos. We can do luxury homes. We can do commercial. We can do car. We can do E&O.
What about airplanes?
I think we're trying.
Boats?
We can definitely do boats. We just
Okay.
did a yacht that we covered walk them through, because again, it's not like you're just insuring a boat.
Right.
A yacht, are you living on this? Do we have to have somebody come out and go through? There's certain things that you have to do.
Right.
So literally your ATVs, your recreational vehicles, like
Your engagement ring.
your engagement ring. Oh God.
What were you going to say about the airplanes again? Sorry.
Oh, no. We're currently, yes, we have a service. It's Gulfstream, so we go through all that.
Cool.
Yeah, those are few and far between, but we do want to make sure that we give you the full experience that you need. Absolutely.
So point blank, it's so important who you work with. It's one thing to get insurance just to say that you've got it, but it's a completely different thing to actually have someone, develop that relationship and walk you through your own valuables and tell you what you've got so that you can get them all covered.
Well, what did I tell you the other day? Start listing off your assets, guys. That's another thing. Sorry, fun fact.
Listen to this.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so literally as soon as we are done with this, I'm going to go through and take an inventory of everything inside of our home.
Yeah, so we give you hey, did you do this? Your home. How does your adjuster know, God forbid something happens to your home, we don't want this, but how do they know how to replace your clothes or your bags, or even some of them will replace your food? So it's really important that you and it's not a big deal, take your phone, do a recording, walk through. You don't have to do an inventory, but you should keep a record every so often and update it of what your assets are in your home, because your home insurance covers your home. And if they write it right, it'll cover your assets in the home. And again, it's a small price to pay to ensure you're protected.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's really, really important. And here's the thing too, right? So I'm preaching about protecting your assets. I'm also gonna preach about your insurance agent should be reshopping you every year, right? And making sure that they can save you money, because it's really important. That's part of your assets. And that's another thing that we do. We have so many carriers. We can go through and we say, hey, you're coming up on your renewal. I went ahead and shopped you around. And typically when we're doing that, we're like, hey, I got you better coverage and I saved you some money.
It's a nice friend to have in your back pocket.
I can honestly say there's one client that we have not, whether it's $100 or $800 or whatever it is, there's not one client so far that we have not been able to save money for.
And I am living proof of that.
Well,
so are the other agents on our team.
Yeah, and if we can, we do. I have no problem. Again, we're about customer service. I have no problem saying, hey, can we go through somebody else and see if they can get you a better deal?
Wow.
But sometimes, like I said, it might be like a $5 difference, but the service and the quality you get.
It's the fact that you reached out and you're
Priceless.
showing that you care.
So just to go ahead and wrap everything up. So what do we want to say wrapping up?
Cover your assets.
Cover your assets. Always. Right?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. What we're going to do is provide Shannon's information. So when you are ready to look at your home insurance, make sure that all of your valuables and assets are all covered properly. You guys know exactly how to get in touch with her.